Hello everyone. Today we are going to be talking about some of the most common Visual Studio Code shortcuts. So before talking about all the shortcuts that we are going to be using, so first let's talk about the key bindings between Windows and the Macintosh. As I am going to be using Windows, so I will refer to key bindings as Control, Alt, Windows, etc. So they will reflect to these commands. For example, Control will be command option for the Macintosh, Alt will be option, Windows will be command, backspace will be delete, and so on. So you can take the screenshot of this page and let's move forward. So I will be opening the Visual Studio Code. And in here you can see I have already opened a project called Ionic Learning. So we will be learning about all the shortcuts through this project. So to start with, first we will use Ctrl Shift P. So this will actually open the command palette, and in here we can use all these commands that we can see here. We can scroll through this list and click on any of this action, or we can actually search here. So in here I will actually want to use the toggle screencast mode. So this is a command, so I will actually press enter here, and now what will happen is whenever I press any key on my keyboard, this will actually reflect it here. So if I enter Ctrl Shift P, so here you can see we are getting this bar in the middle that will actually show our shortcut. And to get out of this command palette, we will press escape here. Next, let's talk about quick open. So if we press Ctrl P here, and then we can search for any file name inside of this explorer. So let's search for app module, and here you can see this will actually show all the files that matches this query. So I actually want to open this file. So now you can see I have opened this file inside of the Explorer. So I didn't need to actually go to Explorer, maybe source, app, and then open it. So we can directly open it by pressing Ctrl P. So let's actually open a couple of more files. So I will press Ctrl P, and then let's search for app component. And then you can see this will actually replace our previously opened module file. So what we need to fix it is we have to double click it. So now this is fixed, and then we can actually open our app module. This is already there. Alright, so again we have to press double click, and let's open one more file, maybe app routing module. Alright, and now if we want to switch between currently open tabs, we can press Ctrl Tab, and if we hit it again, then this will actually move on to the next tab. And when we want to stop, we can actually maybe leave it here. Alright, and if I press Ctrl Shift Tab, this will actually move backwards. Okay, and if I hit Ctrl Tab, this will actually move forwards. And next we can toggle between our sidebar visibility by typing Ctrl B, and if we type it again, then this will actually toggle it. So let's keep it off for now. And the next shortcut that we can talk about are the basic editing shortcuts. So we can actually click here, and then if you press Ctrl C and I press enter here and Ctrl V, you can see this will actually copy the entire line. We don't actually have to select the entire line like this. This will actually work also, but we can directly copy it by just clicking on the line anywhere on the line and then pressing Ctrl C. And same is the case with Ctrl X, which is cut. So if I press Ctrl X here, and in here we can do Ctrl V, so this will actually also work. So there is one more shortcut we can actually do, Alt, and then we can press arrow keys. So this will actually move our line from top to bottom. If I press Alt down key, and if I press Alt up arrow key, this will actually move our line up. So we don't actually have to use Ctrl X and Ctrl V for copy and paste and cut and paste every time. So we can make use of this handy shortcut. Now let's go to our app.component.html here, and I will actually add our division here, and in here we can actually add the h1 tag, and let's add maybe something here. And now let's say if you want to move to the next line, but then you actually have to do, maybe you have to go here and press enter here, and there is needed a shortcut here, so you can actually do control enter, and then we will actually be moving to the next line, and then this will actually create the new line below. And similarly, if we are inside of a line and we want to create a new line above, then we can press Ctrl Shift enter, then this will actually create a line above of that line. And now to add a comment, let's say this is a comment, and if we want to convert it to a comment, we can press Ctrl and /, maybe we will select it and Ctrl/, and similarly we can go to our JS file, and let's say this is a comment, and now again we can press Ctrl/. Next, let's talk about how we can open the Zen mode inside of VScode. So Zen mode actually allows us to focus on just our code, and then it hides all the UI elements, for example this menu and then this sidebar and then the status bar. So to open it we can press Ctrl K followed by Z. So this will actually open the Zen mode here. So here you can see we don't have the menu bar and then the sidebar and then the status bar. So we can actually maybe tweak it, but the default behavior is this. And then if we want to maybe get our sidebar like this, but we want to be getting the icons, we have to actually enable it if we want it. So here we can see our Explorer. So maybe let's toggle it once again, and then this will actually allow you to focus on just a code. And now let's talk about the next shortcut that we can talk. So we will actually press Ctrl F, and then we can actually find anything in our file. So if I hit comment, and here you can see there is only one instance of this comment, and if I hit Ctrl H, this will actually open comment, maybe find and replace. So let's replace comment with maybe updated comment, and then we can actually select here replace. And if we have maybe multiple instances of this comment, then we will use replace all, but in this case these both will work actually the same. So let's do replace, and now to get rid of this maybe bar, so we will press escape. And next let's talk about how we can open the terminal inside of the VS Code. So we will press Ctrl and tilde. So this will actually open our terminal here, and in here we can actually do all the commands. So we can press ls or whatever your actually the terminal supports. So I am using the bash here, so that's why I can do all the Linux commands here. And if you are on Windows, you will probably do dir. So let's clear it. So we can actually run all our commands. So I won't be actually opening that. And now next, if you actually want to create the new terminal window, you can actually hit plus icon here, or what we can do is we can hit Ctrl Shift tilde. So this will actually create the new terminal window. And now if we want to toggle between them, we can actually use this pane. So let's click on bash 1. So this will actually show our first terminal window, and if I select here, so this will actually show the second terminal window. And if we want to actually close our terminal, so we will actually hit Ctrl tilde, or we can hit close panel here. So let's press Ctrl tilde. So this will actually hide it. And then to create a new file, we will press Ctrl N. So this will actually create a new file. And if we want to open a new file, we will press Ctrl O, and then we can actually select any file that we want to open. So I actually won't be opening any file here. And if we actually want to close our window or actually tab here, so we will press Ctrl W. The same is the case with all the other tabs, so we can actually hit Ctrl W here. And if we want to save the file that we are editing, and here you can see the icon for that dot, that means this file is not saved. So to save it, we can actually hit Ctrl S. And to get out of the Zen mode, we will actually press escape couple of times. So this will actually get us out of the Zen mode. So these are some of the most common VS Code shortcuts that I actually use, and there are actually a lot more. So if you go to help and then welcome, and in here in the help we can click on this printable keyboard cheat sheet, and this will actually open a PDF, and in here you can see all these shortcuts that you can use. So you can actually try all of them or some of them, so it's all up to you. Thank you.